raise the vibration.
I'm stressed, you're stressed, we're all stressed, and we all know that stress has a ton of negative effects on our mental and physical health. So today I want to share with you 5 tips, 5 things that you can do right now to help relieve your stress quickly. I found myself really stressed lately and I've been using these 5 steps and they've helped a lot, so I hope that they help you as well. Alright, so step number 1 to relieving your stress quickly is to delete social media. You might not think that social media is causing your stress, but a lot of times our stress is caused by just not having enough time in the day to do the things that we need to do. And social media is definitely a time suck. So delete your social media right now and you'll free up time in your day and probably reduce your stress just by doing that. Social media can also be a toxic environment. We're constantly comparing ourselves to others and it looks as if everyone else is living these perfect lives, which they're most likely not because you don't know what's going on behind the camera. But by deleting social media, you can focus on yourself and you'll no longer feel inadequate by comparing yourself to others. Whenever I feel extra stressed, I just automatically delete my Instagram and my Facebook apps off my phone, and it helps a lot. So I don't deactivate my accounts, I don't delete my accounts, I literally just delete the icon for the app so that I have no temptation to use them. But then in the future, if I want to go back on them, I can. Deleting social media has been life-changing for me. I no longer feel obliged to document everything I do in a day. Like for example, if I'm going to watch a beautiful sunset, I no longer feel like I have to sit there taking a ton of photos to get the perfect photo to post on Instagram or my Instagram story. So now I can actually enjoy the sunset and actually live my life and enjoy the present moment instead of just experiencing it through a screen. So step number 1 to instantly de-stress is to delete social media, and yes, that can include YouTube too, but not before first finishing this video. So step number 2 to relieving your stress quickly is to journal. Journaling helps a lot because it helps you pinpoint your stress, and it's really important to identify what's making you stressed so that you can address it and get it out of your mind. So just get out a notebook and write down everything that's on your mind. And write down how you feel. Maybe you're overwhelmed at work. Maybe you got in a fight with your partner. Maybe your health isn't where you want it to be. Maybe you have exams coming up. Whatever it is, just write it down because doing so has been proven to have a positive effect on your mental health. For me, a lot of stress comes from decision making. So if I have a big life decision to make, I get really stressed. And journaling helps me so much because not only am I venting to my journal about how I feel, but I'm also taking action by making pro and con lists. I'll make another video about how I make important decisions in my life because yes, I've researched it a lot and I've finally found a method that works for me. So journaling is a very important step in relieving your stress. And I think that after you journal, chances are you'll already feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. Step number 3 to relieving your stress quickly is probably the most important thing you can do to relieve your stress. If you do nothing else, just do this and I promise you that you'll instantly feel less stressed. And that is nostril breathing. If you don't know what nostril breathing is, you can just Google it, but it's basically taking your pinky and your ring finger, holding them together, putting these fingers down, and closing off one nostril with your thumb. You then inhale, hold the inhale, close off the other nostril, and exhale. Then you repeat, inhale, close off your other nostril, and exhale. And that is 1 round. And if you aim for at least 7 rounds, you'll feel like a new person afterwards. There's so much information out there on how therapeutic breathing can be for our mental health. And honestly, a lot of our problems come down to just not breathing properly. Because no matter what we're doing or thinking or feeling, if we could just focus on our breath and on breathing properly, we won't have any problems. Because when we're deep breathing, we're literally sending a message to our brain, telling our body to relax and to calm down. And when we're not breathing, we're doing the opposite. So nostril breathing is something I try to do every single morning, and the mornings that I do remember to do it, I notice that I go into the day feeling so much more relaxed, and I also feel immune to stress throughout the entire day. So if you do nothing else, do nostril breathing 7 times right now, and I promise you that you will feel a lot less stressed. So step number 4 to relieving your stress quickly probably comes as no surprise, and that is exercise. We all know the importance of exercise on our mental health. And if you're looking for a way to de-stress quickly, I recommend going outside and going on a quick run if you can. But if you can't, if you're not able to do that, then use the space you have right here. Do some jumping jacks, do some push-ups, do some burpees, do whatever you need to do to just get your heart rate up. At my last job, I spent a lot of time in an office behind a computer, and I started to occasionally take breaks to find an empty room and do some exercises. So I would just run in place a little bit, do some jumping jacks, do some push-ups, and I found that this really helped me if I felt overwhelmed at work. It really helped to re-energize me and calm me down at the same time. So the more you can exercise, the better. If you can get outdoors and get in nature, that'll help so much with your stress. But during a busy workday, it's not always easy for people to do that. So just use the space you have, get creative, and get your heart rate up, and I promise you that your stress will melt away. And lastly, tip number 5 to relieving your stress quickly is to remember that nothing matters. Not to sound depressing, but this is something I tell myself when I feel overwhelmed, and I just need a reminder that everything is temporary, this too shall pass, and that my problems really aren't a big deal in the grand scheme of things. In college, I used to have one of those posters with a picture on it of the galaxy that has a little arrow saying, "You are here." And I kind of liked having that on my wall when I felt really stressed, just as a reminder that we're really just these living organisms on a planet in the galaxy. And it's not to say that we're insignificant, but it does kind of remind me that our problems are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Personally, this thought comforts me in periods of stress as I kind of shift my focus to things that are greater than myself. And I think that's why prayer is so therapeutic to some people. So if prayer works for you, that's something else you can do to relieve your stress as well. So kind of put it in the hands of some greater power, realize that we as individuals cannot control everything, and don't forget to breathe. So those are 5 things you can do to relieve your stress right now. I hope this video was helpful for you in some way. Definitely let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite way to relieve stress? And if you've tried any of these steps, definitely let me know if they've been helpful for you. So subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!